Okay, wajeg egomina dinodstai koma lesson 1 of the native language course. So in this lesson, we're going to continue with the language charts and followed by the vowels, consonants, and the finals. So yesterday we started this course. So again, welcome to the native language course. So what we did yesterday was we learned about two writing styles that was presented, syllabics and Roman orthography. And we studied three charts, the basic characters, long characters, and different consonant sounds. And so we studied the vowels, beginning consonant sounds, and the finals. So we're going to continue with the charts. So the basic characters language chart is a combined chart of two types of writing system. This includes writing characters for Roman orthography and syllabics. So in Roman orthography, we use some letters from the English writing system. You will notice that not all the letters from the English alphabet are in our writing system, but we will learn that as we go and study the differences with the charts. We use letters or combination of letters in the language. So they represent the same sound or combination of sounds. Each letter corresponds to word a certain sound, and it is only used to represent that sound, which are divided into two basic types, vowels and consonants. So we're gonna go back to the basic characters in syllabics. So the first one in the vowels, we have on the top the vowels and then the syllabics A, E, O, A, and then the finals. We use two finals, Western and Eastern, which is on the right in the right column, and the beginning consonant sounds are on the left. So, and we have the extra signs, H for the h sound and the X for the ending of a sentence. So on the first in the syllabics chart, we'll start from the beginning and work our way down. So the first one is A, E, O, A. And on the consonant sounds, we have B and P. So B, B, Bo, Ba. And here the next one is D, D, T. So D, D, Do, Da. And the G sound, Ge, Gi, Go, Ga. And for the Ch, Che, Chi, Cho, Ja. And M sound, Me, Mi, Mo, Ma. And the N sound, Ne, Ni, No, Na. the S, Z sound, se, si, so, sa, and the sh sound, she, she, sho, sha, and the Y sound, yeah, yeah, ye, yo, yeah. So wa, we, we, wo, wa, and the R sound, re, re, ro, wa, and the L sound, le, li, lo, la. And these are the finals on the right side of the chart. These are the finals. Two different styles, Western and Eastern. So there's 12 finals. So this is how the chart will look in Roman orthography for the basic characters. So written in English. And so basic characters combined with Roman orthography and syllabics. So we have it in the English letter and the syllabic again with the finals. And long characters. This is how it looks in the syllabics. So with the long vowels, you'll see the dot on top of the syllabics that represents the long vowels. So a, e, o, a makes the long sound. Be, bi, bo, ba. So it goes so the whole chart is up to the re and le, and the long characters combine Roman orthography. With syllabics. And the next chart is different consonant sounds. So with this chart, you could see the dots, they're on the right hand side of the syllabics, which represent the different consonant sounds. So this is how it would look in the Roman orthography. So you could notice the W in between the letters, which makes we, like the first one. be, pue, pui, po, pua. And the next one, the D sound, dwe, dui, duo, dwa. So you can hear the wa sound in this chart. So the next chart is combine Roman orthography and syllabics written in both writing system. And the finals again. So the finals, they're the small raised characters on the right hand of the syllabics chart. The finals are used when you do not hear a complete sound of a character. So there's two writing finals within the Sulacode region known as Western and Eastern. So for example, with the for example the word come and in the native language ask them, and you could see written in the syllabics, you could see the underlined is the finals used. And this one, the next one says LNCAO. You could the underline is the h sound and the o. So some examples that contain long and short. The so the the long characters has that long e with the I is E, and the English word or the English equivalent would be seat. You could hear the long I sound, and in the Cree word it would be E gatebo, which is move or to change seat. You could hear that long E sound in the word. Nina, which is I or me. Nipi is water. Nipi, you could hear. So the very first word is the long I sound in the beginning of the word. Because the examples that contain long and short, the in the three positions are the beginning, middle, and end of a word. So long I sound, beginning of the word, igatebo, and in the middle, nina, nipi. which is at the end. The next one is the long O sound. So in the English word would be note, note, and in the native language, in the beginning of the word is oma. Oma means this one, and in the middle, moose, moose. In English, it's moose, moose. And the other word is kunapo, kunapo, which is snow water. And it's at the end. The long O sound is at the end of the word, kunapo. And for the long A sound is father, father, and in the English word. And in the native language, it would be astam. You can hear that in the beginning of the word, astam, which means come. And in the middle, it ihtawan means village. Ihtawan, you could hear that in the middle. And at the end, the long A sound would be beagua, which means once. Beagua. And the E sound in the English word would be bed. So there's no long vowel there. And in the Cree language would be emekwan, which means spoon. Emekwan. And in the middle, written in the middle, Behkat. Behkat means slow. Slow. And with that S sound, the next in the native language, Kagige. Kagige. Forever. You can hear it on the end. So with the short characters, E, O, A, so the E sound would in the English word sit, sit, it's a short vowel sound. And in the Cree language is isquel, isquel, which means woman, isquel. And that's written in the first letter of the word. And in the middle, niska, niska, which is Canada goose, niska. And the last written on the end is pisce, is pisce. Go ahead, go ahead. And the other one is o, and in the English word is put, put, put. And in the Cree word, written in the beginning, onagan, onagan, which means plate, onagan. And in the middle, the O sound, short O sound for the next word is wapush. Wapush, which means rabbit. And the next word, O written at the end, ishko. Ishko, which means space or so far. Ishko. The next letter is A, and in the English equivalent is but, bat. And written in the Cree, ASCII in the beginning of the word. ASCII, you could hear the A, ASCII, which is land. And written in the middle, Wapask, Wabask, which means polar bear. Wabask. And the next word, A, is written at the end. Equa. Equa means end or so. So, consonants. There are more consonant sounds than vowels in the native language. All letters used to write consonants are found in English. Some have a pronunciation very similar to that which they have in English, while others are quite very similar, and some are different. Some of the letters used for consonants are in single form, while others may be in double. Single form are M, N, W, Y, and H. The sounds M, N, W, Y, they can appear in any position in a word, beginning, middle, and end. The consonants in the double form are B, D, G, Ch, S, and Sh. They may also appear in the beginning, middle, or in the end of the word. So an example for that would be the M sound, the M letter, and in the English equivalent would be man, man. So in the native language, in the beginning, the first letter, muskison, muskison would be shoe, and the letter M in the middle would be oma, oma, which means this one, oma. So the M is in the middle of the word. And magwaham, magwaham. The M, you could hear it at the end of the word, magwaham, which means squeeze. Magwaham, or tighten. So the letter N in single form and in the English equivalent would be name, name. And in the native language, it would be Nemo, Nemo in the beginning, Nemo, which would be dance, and in the middle, dande, dande, where means where. You could hear the N in the middle, dande. And the third at the end, minuendum, which is happy. And we have a W, W, English would be win, win. So written in the native language would be waniska, written first, waniska, which means wake up. Okay, so we're going to go back to the charts. So the basic characters are written in syllabics. So for the next exercises, we're going to review the charts. So the vowel e, I, O, A are written on the top. Beginning consonant sounds. So the next is B, 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 Bo, Ba. The next one is the D sound, De, Di, Do, Da. And the K sound, Ke, Gi, Go, Ga. Je, Ji, Jo, Ja. Me, Mi, Mo, Ma. The N sound, Ne, Ni, No, Na. The S sound, Se, Si, So, Sa. And the sh sound, She, She, Sho, Sha. And the Y sound, Ye, Yi, Yo, Ya. And we, we, wo, wa. Re, re, ro, ra. And last, le, li, lo, la. The extra sounds are h and x for end of the sentence. So in Roman orthography, the vowels e, I, O, A are written. This is all written in English. Be, bi, bo, ba. De, di, do, da. si, so, sa, me, mi, mo, ma, ne, ni, no, na, se, si, so, sa, she, she, sho, sha, ye, ye, yo, ya, we, we, wo, wa, re, re, ro, ra, le, li, lo, la. With the long characters. With the long characters, it's Roman orthography written in English. So the long sounds start with E, O, A. With the B sound, Be, Bi, Bo, Ba. The D sound, De, Di, Do, Da. With the K sound, Ke, Gi, Go, Ga. And the J sound. So it's written in three ways: S, S, J, and J, J. So J, G, Jo, Ja. The M sound: Me, Mi, Mo, Ma. The N: Ne, Ni, No, Na. The S sound: Se, Si, So, Sa. She, She, Sho, Sha. And the Y sound: Ye, Ye, Yeah, Ye, Yo, Yeah. And the W sound: Wa, We, We, Wo, Wa. The R sound: Re, Re, Ro, Ra. And the L sound: Le, Li, Lo, La. So there will be a practice. So in lesson one, language chart exercises, and also with the finals, you will have to fill in the chart with basic characters, beginning consonant sounds. So you will write them in syllabics and Roman orthography. And for the vowels, there will be a practice sheet, a chart where you will fill in the characters into each blank square. So the writing system, again, is the basic characters and combine chart of two types of writing. There's two types of writing system. So the writing characters is Roman orthography and syllabics. The Roman orthography, so we use some of these letters from the English writing system. And you will notice that not all the letters from the English alphabet are in our writing system. So you will learn the differences as we study these charts. When we use letters or combination of these letters in the language, these letters, they represent the same sound or combination of sounds. So each letter corresponds to a certain sound. It is only it is only used to represent that sound, which are divided into two basic types, vowels and consonants. And again, the vowels, they are divided into two types, which is long vowels and short vowels. Long vowels take longer to say. There is a long vowel corresponding to each short vowel. So with the charts, we reviewed the charts. So the first chart is the basic charts in syllabics, basic characters in Roman orthography, and both combined. The second chart is long characters. So there was one chart in syllabics and one chart in Roman orthography combined. And the last one was combined with Roman orthography and syllabics. So there's three charts for each basic characters, long characters, and for the different consonant sounds. So the first charts are in syllabics. The second charts are in Roman orthography. And the third charts are combined with Roman orthography and syllabics. So the following charts that we saw, or the charts that we saw, in they give the order of syllabic characters across each row and then down to the next row, syllabic in syllabic spelling order. So the way the syllabic spelling goes in in the syllabic spelling, the word pip one would be written in syllabics, pip one, and the Roman spelling would be written in English in the Roman orthography, pip one, and in the English equivalent, winter, winter. So again, when we say dialect, a dialect means the difference in how words are formed and spoken. A form of a language which belongs to a specific region or social group. There are many dialects in the native language. There are differences in dialect or the way people speak, and the root of the language is still the same. So, in the lesson, you will see the exercises for practice. When filling out the charts, you have to print neatly so that the the letters will show, and also the syllabics. So the way it is written in the syllabics chart is how you are supposed to write them, the way exactly it is shown. So when filling out the forms, don't rush through them, just take your time and be patient writing them. Also, with the practice sheets that are included, um, the practice sheets that are included are also to be handed in. And it is good to look over the charts and practice saying them. You can use the Roman orthography and the syllabics chart to get more familiar with the sound system. And there's also key questions at the end of each lesson. So it is hand those into your student account or email them or hand them into your DEC. Also, the information again is on top of the page. The information is there and the email, the phone numbers, also the phone extension. So you can call in 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. to the extension. So as soon as you see the practice, complete them, and also the key questions in the lesson. And if you have any questions, email to my email. And that's it for today.